Welcome viewers, hope you are doing great. In this video we are going to see how to code functions in Python. Functions generally has a set of instructions and it can be called from different parts of the program and it can be called multiple times within the same program. So whenever there is a need to repeat a set of instructions as part of logic of the program, then those set of instructions can be coded inside a function and it can be called from different places based on the needs. In this video, we are going to see how to define a function, how to pass parameters to a function, and how to get the values out of the function. We are also going to see how to code a function that calculates the factorial of a number, and we are also going to see how to code a function that would take the inputs of a cylinder and calculate the volume for the cylinder. Stay tuned. I am using Spider IDE for Python. If you wanted to know how to install the Spider IDE, you can check the earlier video from this playlist, which is about how to install Python. In Python, functions have to be defined with def keyword. So I'm defining a function with def, and the name of the function that I'm giving is function1, as you can see here. And as part of that function, I'm including one print statement which says this is from a function. So that print statement becomes the end of the function, and then in the later part of the code I'm just calling that function1, and when I run the code you can see the display from the function which states this is from a function. So this is the simplest form of function which does not has any arguments, and it also does not returns any value out of that function. Functions can also be assigned to other variables. So here I am assigning the function 1 to variable a, and then in the next line I am printing the value of a. So when I run this code, you can see two print statements. One is this is from a function which is printed from the print statement in line number 3, which is inside the function, and then none is printed from line number 6, which is outside the function. Here, because there is no return statement in the function by default returns the value none. So that's where what it is printed in as part of line number 6. Now I am adding a return statement as part of the function in line number 4, return 1. So this function always returns 1, and when I run the code again, a is assigned with value 1, and print a in line number 7 prints the value 1. Now let's see one more example of how to pass arguments to the function. So here I am just writing a simple function called add, and I am passing two arguments a comma b. The function would be adding both the numbers, and it will store the result into the variable result, and it will return the result back to the calling point. So this is how the function would look like, and down below I am just assigning the value of the add function to the variable z, and then I am printing the variable z. So when I run the code, I just get the sum of 2 and 3 as 5. Here is one another example of passing different data types as argument to function. For that I am defining the function by name human description, and as argument I am getting two variables, name which is a string data type and age which is an integer data type. And as part of the function I am just using one print statement. The age of say whatever name that we are giving is whatever age we are giving. So this is just a simple print statement, Now I am just calling the human description function, and as parameters I am passing Bob and 10. So when I run this code, I get the display. The age of Bob is 10. You can see that in the console. There is a provision in Python to assign default values to the arguments in the function. So here I am assigning the value 15 to the age argument of the human description function, and down below I am calling the human description function with only the name argument. So when I run this code, the output is seen in the console. The age of Bob is 15. Here the default value of age, which is 15, is assumed by the function. There is also a way to override the default value. So when I give some other value to the function, the value is overridden. When I pass the parameters Paul and 25 to the human description function, the age variable or the argument is overridden with the value that I am passing, which is 25, as you can see in the console. Now let's check out a function which will calculate the factorial of any given value. I am defining the function by name factorial, and I am accepting n as the argument for the function. So n is the number for which the factorial should be calculated, and down below as part of the code of the function I am just assigning value 1 to the variable result, and then I am opening up a while loop with condition n greater than 0. And as part of the while loop I am assigning a variable n to the variable a, and then I am multiplying the value of a and the result and assigning it back to the result variable, and I am decrementing n by 1. So these three lines of code would be executed as long as the condition of n is greater than 0, or the value of n is greater than 0. So the factorial of 3 is 3 into 2 into 1, factorial of 4 is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So as long as n is becoming 1, this conditions would be executed, and the value of the result would be stored in the result. And after this while loop is executed, the next line would be returning the value of the factorial back to the calling point. And as part of the code I am just assigning the factorial 5 to the variable z, and then I am printing the value of z. As you can see in the console, the value of z is 120, which is equal to 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. I just wanted to pass on different values and check if the factorial function works. So I am just passing the parameter 6 for the factorial function, and I am getting the result displayed as 720, which is correct. And now I am just passing the parameter 2 for the factorial function, and I am printing the value of z, which displays 2. So this seems to be working. Finally, we can check out one simple function to calculate the volume of the cylinder by taking radius and the height of the cylinder as arguments. So I am giving the name of the function as cylinder volume, and I am taking radius and height as arguments. And in the next line I am using the formula to calculate the volume of the cylinder, which is pi r square h. So I am just assigning the value of 3.14 into radius square into height to the value volume, and then I am returning the value volume as part of this function. And down below in the code I am just calling the cylinder volume with parameters 2 and 3, 2 for radius and 3 for height, and then I am assigning that to the variable vol, and in the next line I am printing the value of vol. When I run this, I get the display in the console as 37.68, which is the volume of the cylinder. Though the logic of the code is simple, I will include more comments in the code and I will upload it into GitHub. I will share the GitHub link in the description of this video. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If so, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much.